It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream where MicroStrategy hit its highest daily candle close since March 17th, 2000, taking out the close from March 27th and 28th. Right, higher close than those, and you just go back, man. If you want to see it with your naked eye, right here. What a fateful day it was. That's the target, by the way, eventually. The gap fill from that same day, March 17, 2000. 24-year highs, unreal. What was it again? Alt-Shift something? No, that's not it. Alt-Shift. Oh. Nice. Yeah, so the daily's great. It's kind of weird because MicroStrategy is extremely correlated to Bitcoin to a degree where it's like a leverage trade of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has been complete crap lately with price action. So just very interesting dynamic shift. Don't really know what it means. You would think it's probably good. It's up 0.78% after hours too. But Bitcoin, just the spot price is not great, man. Just back tested 63,588 as resistance and no bids today. Still waiting for an edge. There is no edge. Negative momentum building on Bitcoin on the 4 hour. I think you're still just flipping coins, and you are not showing the characteristics you want to see for like action for a swing trader, right? I mean, like the lower low locally with the bullish divergence on the second low at a key inflection point, like a dragon. You don't have that yet. So really neutral right now. Hard to be excited as the swing trader. But hey, man, we're still at 62K. I mean, remember, any day above 57.5, you got a chance. Like, that's the level in the sand where if you're above 57.5, 58.4, you can own Bitcoin. And let's see what happens. But below it, you might want to make that your cutoff just to protect yourself because of the downside potential to 53K below 57.5. So, yeah, interesting. We got the HBO documentary. Apparently, they know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, and you wonder, is that going to have something to do with the price? Will Bitcoin move at all? Or has BlackRock and all these institutions, the big seven, that have their own ETFs, have they completely bought so much that they control Bitcoin now and have sedated its volatility? Great questions. So let's look at the weekly on MicroStrategy so you can just see like the pure significance of what is ongoing. This is a big deal. I mean, unfilled gap. What are they doing? Gap at 177. But yeah, I mean, look, one low and a second low. The sellers tried once, and then they tried twice, and they failed. Then you get a little higher low here. Now we're off to the races, going for the highest weekly candle close since, you guessed it, March of 2000. 24-year highs going on the weekly. So hopefully it sustains with 2 days and 21 hours to go. Hype in the chat for Michael Saylor, killing it. I mean, that's a big breakout, man. That just is. I mean, it may fail, right? Like, oh no, there's no fall through and we're immediately back below 178. No, we suck again. But until that data presents itself, I'm here telling you what's happening. Pretty cool. All right. Let's shift on over to Nvda just for a second, then we'll go to Bitcoin, because Nvda doing similar stuff. I'll show you here. Not on the daily yet, okay? Not on the daily. Supply line broken. really starting to feel better about this one. I mean, really what they did. 1 and 2 anchor points. And then up thrust failure to break the level. Then they recaptured the level, that supply line, original anchor point, September 24th. And they even gave you a perfect back test. And you've been running ever since. And what I love about it is this this late August peak has been recaptured. It has been eclipsed by the buyers, and it was the 3rd highest daily candle close in the history of Nvidia on the daily. But it's not about the daily so much as it is the weekly. And let me just show you, this is what I'm saying, like, we could be getting ready. Ugh. Like, if all stayed the same in 2 days, 21 hours, or higher in price, it would be the highest weekly candle close literally ever. Look at this one low and then this higher low. Locally, very compelling. It's very good price action. This is stuff like, man, I wish Bitcoin would just give us price action like this, where there was some, I could smell maybe that there are some animal spirits involved in Bitcoin. I just don't smell any animal spirits right now. They're just not in crypto. So this is pretty amazing. It's not the same on the other Mag 7 stocks. It's just not right yet. Not yet. And they were showing some kind of toppy structures. Yeah, they were up today, but them being up today did not really change anything yet. Okay, did Microsoft's weekly potential head and shoulders get invalidated today, being up 1% or whatever? No, God, no. So we're going to keep monitoring it, but just the one that looked better than all of them was Nvidia. Tesla's okay because I think the trend has reversed on it and it's not near all-time highs. It's got a lot of upside. Once they decide they're putting in a higher low again and we run to test that resistance at 260, and I think Tesla's got a lot of upside eventually, but still like just pulling back after hitting that 886. But yeah, this is just pretty spectacular. It looks like Nvidia might be carrying the entire freaking stock market in the coming weeks. Okay, strong stuff. 140 would confirm it all, right? Breaking 140, all-time highs, yeah, solid. Okay, since we started on MicroStrategy and Nvidia, let's go to Bitcoin. Just crap. I mean, it could fail, right? But there is like a shooting star reversal that wick of the shooting star confirmed that the 200-day simple moving average was resistance, confirmed that $63,588 was resistance. And 44 minutes, unless we get some bids in power hour, which we're not yet, but we could, you don't want to close lower than the Japanese candlestick pattern because that certainly confirms it as real, right? Shooting star, okay, it's a potential shooting star, even when it closes the day, potential, because you got to get the follow through candle. You're wondering, are we getting it right now? Yeah, Batson, wish it worked like that. He said delete the zone on the chart so they don't even know it's there anymore. These are just levels that were plotted in the sand by the composite operator many years ago, 3+ years ago, and they are just being tested again as they have been throughout 2024. Everything's okay. Again, like above 57.5, we're golden. It's just you don't really have an edge in the 4 hour. You flip your coins, but the shooting star is kind of gross, man. Yeah. And then again, like nothing really changed from yesterday outside of this candle. Like where some of these altcoins weekly setups are really good. But I don't know how they could play out if Bitcoin's going to mark down to 60K or lower again. Just they won't play out. They'll be going lower temporarily while Bitcoin does that. But that's where we are. Bitcoin on the day, right, since we last spoke, down $167. 0.27%. Riveting price action, chat. I know, breaking news. Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, whatever. Just sideways after putting in its highest low of the multi-year uptrend, and that is it. Down to 0.03%. Wow. Holy crap. Thank God I went live. Whew. Chat, breaking news. Oh, it's down 0.02% today. Yep. Bitcoin futures. It's the future. I'm from the futures. Bearish engulfing candle confirmed yesterday. On the new day, you're down 0.24%. I mean, again, anything above 57.6 is fine. We're good. We're safe above 57.6. I mean, they go test this again. They test the 200. They test 59, 58.6, or 57.6. All as well. I mean, like if they go on and test this level and we get a successful test, it'd be a substantially higher low than these lows. And life will be good. It could be another opportunity for people to buy if they want to, strategically. But that's where we are. We had a confirmed bearish engulfing candle about, what, an hour, 18 minutes ago. This was 2 hours, 18 minutes ago, but then you have like this hour-long period where it doesn't, the market's closed, the futures markets are closed. Yeah, anyway, so, meh, fine, not much price action, cool. Sorry.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Ethereum still sitting above 2,400. Nice. Maybe they're putting in a higher low here. You know, it's still okay. Below 2,400, we know is 2,170, whatever. And if Bitcoin rolls over, that's most likely where Ethereum's going, $2,100 target. And that would be great. Type 2 return of an M shape from September. It could be really good, but just tread carefully with Bitcoin and what it's just done, right? It's just fallen, you know, it's up thrusted through a key inflection point, up thrust, you know, right where it's like, what is the up thrust? The definition of the up thrust is when price action, where the buyers are able to breach a key level, but they're unable to sustain any sort of momentum or price action above the level for long, and then the sellers take back over and recapture that key level. That's the up thrust. And then after that event, buyers come back in and they rally the price, but they're only able to go test and confirm that key inflection point zone as resistance, and that is where it reverses. So the only thing you have on the 4 hour and daily right now is an up thrust and back test of up thrust, which is certainly not what you want to see for higher prices imminently, right? Like that's just not what you see before much higher prices, but we'll see, right? I mean, okay, it's Bitcoin. So it's just in my mind, I'm like, how can I want to go long on Ethereum literally right now if Bitcoin just did that? And it's hard to want to short term. Okay. BNB's up though, dang, 2.6%. Bullish engulfing candle, recapturing the 200 simple moving average, maybe high or low. Hey, that's real nice. I mean, if they're engulfing and they're recapturing the 200, maybe we're just going to go to 600 again. They're going to test it. There's going to be some supply there. I hope there's not enough, and then they break it, and then we head to 621, 638, which is just another major zone and inflection point, right? It's like, okay. But it's maybe like one low, the second low. Is it the third low? That'd be crazy. So soon, too. Like, so much demand, they can't even make 510, but verdict's still out. Again, if Bitcoin rolls over. What we would want, right? Like, you're like, okay, that's not great, you know, price action, but what would be amazing, like, for buyers? Like, if the HBO documentary came out and somehow it had an effect on this price and we're breaking back above 63.588, 64.9, like a hot knife through butter, that's when you know all is well in this market. And I think, you know, if we see $67,000, then all of a sudden we have consecutive higher highs, higher lows. We have we have the lowest low in August on Bitcoin. Then we have a high that is lower than the previous high in August. But then all of a sudden a higher low, right? The cipher or the M shape that is informal signifies that higher low. Okay, a higher low. Dang, man, we needed that. Then slightly higher high than the previous high. Then dang, higher low than the previous low. What if we make 67,000? Then all of a sudden it's a higher high than the previous high. Then then it's consecutively happening, right? That's how trends reverse. So it'd be nice anytime now for the buyers to just randomly come in and start max bidding us above this major zone from 2021. Yeah. Okay, nice day for BNB. There are few assets in crypto, not many, almost only a few, had decent days. Solana was not one of those. Down 0.79%, not a big deal. Disappointing. Same type of crappy price action Bitcoin received, where like, oh, is that a shooting star? It's like below the 200-day simple moving average. Still okay until you fall below 124. You're line in the sand on Bitcoin, 57.5. You're line in the sand on Solana, it's 124.65. That's about it. So this is what people can still be long. They can still own these assets and be safe, but just understand where you probably don't want to own the asset anymore is below these key support resistances. So, okay. Maybe high or low. The verdict's still out. We don't really, I mean, you can't say it's a true confirmed high or low yet, I think, until you're taking out the previous high. So this high or low is a question mark until you're taking out 160, 161. Okay, because this thing could just roll over and be at 130, and then that's where this wave's concluding, maybe. So, bro, Wojak's up. Oh my god, man, crazy. How about XRP? Up 0.01%. Hyperpoggers, holy crap, that was a terrible close yesterday. I mean, just imagine 54.599 cents resistance support, confluent with a 200-day simple moving average, and they tested both as resistance at the high of the day, and then they sold it off and closed at the low of the day and painted an absolute shooting star, bearish engulfing candle shooting star at the same time. The context isn't there for a reversal pattern, right? Because you're normally looking for shooting stars to present themselves at peaks, at tops, but like it's there. That's pretty gnarly price action. So, but I guess hey man, above 50 cents, right? That's your line in the sand on XRP. I don't think you have any argument to really want to own XRP below 50 cents. Okay, so that's your crypto update, man. I know it's like, here's your total. Jonathan, you okay, man?
I like turtles.
What's going on with total? Just well confined within the equidistant channel. The downtrend, the lower highs, lower lows. Recently, you put in the same low, and then you put in a slightly higher high in the previous high, but still below the 200 moving average, still below the supply line of the channel, still below the major inflection zone from 2021. Too much to be done. Like, you can't even really feel comfortable on total market cap until we're seeing bids come in above 2.3 trillion. I mean, that's the big level. That's where, hey man, I think the party might be restarting. We're actually going to party in Q4 in an election year, post-halvening year, above 2.3 trillion. Until then, I just don't know, man. Ugh. Oh boy. Oh yeah, NNE Nano got smoked. Yeah, did it really? And it did get smoked for sure. But to see what happened on the daily is very interesting. So let's look at like a couple. Let's look at the top gainer on the S-Coin watch list. Orchid, remember OXT? I think we dropped the ticker yesterday. M-shape completed. The lower low on the second low at the pattern completion zone. You had some bullish divergence from here to here. The RSI divergence is beautiful, and then they recaptured the level on that second low, and then this zone inflection 6 to 6.7 cents tested once, then twice. So we don't know, right? You don't know if it will play out. You don't know if it will rally significantly off these levels, but it's easy to construct a trading plan. It's easy to manage risk. So people can do that. And so this is like, think about like all this is going on right now on OXT and amongst other altcoins. I mean, think about it, 477 day
Any quick thoughts on trading versus the order book?
Trading versus the order book. No, if we're like looking for the daily structures to develop over 400 plus days, 400 something days, 300 days, you don't need, what do we need to do that for? What do we need to trade versus the order book? You have limit buys. You're always doing limit orders, right? Limit buy, limit sell, stop limits, limit sells. So that might be another person's world. But a lot of, I mean, you're staring at the L2, the order book, dude. You're staring at potentially, I mean, you're staring at bots. You're staring at spoofs, spoof orders. Like, they're trying to mess with you, man. Like, hey, look at this huge sell wall. Well, it's a joke, right? All they have to do, all the bot has to do, or the human has to do, is just cancel the order. So I don't really, I mean, I'm sure there are probably people that do it, and that's cool. I hope it works. But for me, it's more, a lot more tame, right? Yeah, and price action, right? And price action on the daily. I mean, 4 hour can help. Like, so if you have the daily that implies, like, this is really good price action, like incredible, right? You're witnessing the momentum shift into the hands of the buyers at a value perceived area, right? They've recaptured a key level from history, right? They put in that higher low, the Momo shift, and then you see the second test. A second test after already putting in the low. So you're like confirming that there are now more market participants involved with this asset. It's confirmed. And then on the look on this low, and then the second low, you see higher levels of negative momentum, and that implies impending upside continuation. Hidden bullish divergence. It was there on the RSI slightly. It's definitely there. And at these key levels, it's easy to construct a trading plan where you got stop losses set up probably at 5.8 cents, whatever, and let this thing ride probably 13 cents, way higher. If it's going to play out, we don't know if it's going to play out. All we know is we would take on minimal losses if it failed, and we would make at least 3 to 1 on our money if it succeeded. So, yeah, I mean, good price, favorable price action correlation to levels, even at all-time lows. It's crazy, right? More than before M shape. Something else, man. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Blur had an M shape, or not an M shape, but a Momo shift. Somehow they put in a higher low for now. I don't know, man. Like, what? It's blurred. It's the scam coin. But you just knew you were at interesting levels, identifiable, recognizable, studied research structures at these levels. Make it compelling for, you know, someone could take longs when this stuff occurs. And it's up since then, but still well below 200. You think if it was going to continue, your upside was only going to take you to 28.9 cents anyway. So there maybe is more upside, but just who knows if Bitcoin wants to mark down. But yeah, this has been identified, right, since early September. It's been doing very well since then. FTM, even better, way better. FTM had the same type of momentum shifting structure. It just so happens that it was all happening at a value perceived area. It just so happens on this second one low, then the second low locally, right? Oh yeah, I've seen this episode before. Oh yeah, over and over and over again. One low, the second low. On the second low, you oftentimes get divergence, but I guess you already had, if I'm looking at it, you had divergence, but it rallied and then you failed again. So it rolled over and broke support. And you didn't have divergence actually on this last low. But hey, we're not trying to, you know, that's a higher risk situation. Like if you're trying to long an 886 just because, hey man, roll the dice, but this time it played out. But what was really compelling about Phantom was when they did recapture 40 cents, they gave you a form of confirmation that what was once support just in July, February, it's support again. And then you had a runoff. Then the inverse head and shoulders pattern, supply line was there. They broke that, and it's been doing very well. So, I mean, this could you could end up running to 88 cents. I mean, that's the next big level I see. If they can keep it above 65 cents long enough, that is. Okay, how about storage coin? Well, storage is an active trade setup in the Patreon/Citadel because the weekly was ungodly. Then the daily all of a sudden starts playing ball too. But I mean, this trade setup was posted on the weekly before the daily was showing such a compelling argument for higher prices. So the planets have aligned on storage, where you went from the Momo shift into the classic accumulation structure, and all this, all these levels here holding above them strong. And then on this third valley, you have that hidden bullish divergence. I mean, that implies a continuation upward, so it's worth a chance. So if that looks good and the weekly looks good, daily, weekly line up, and they're both implying the same thing, that's where you start having the higher probability outcomes. And that's what you're looking for as an analyst trader. Like, how could I give myself greater than a 50% chance of a particular outcome that I'm looking for? All right, I want higher prices. Okay, so I'm looking for M shapes to complete, 886s. Looking for structures to develop that are recognizable, research studied, other market participants around the world are going to see, and also think the same thing as me. Okay, then I'm starting to look for an edge on the oscillators. Trying to look for, hey, the rule of three. Whoa, threes and valleys. Okay, so it may fail, but easy to manage risk in this situation. And it hasn't gone really anywhere yet. I mean, it hasn't really taken off. I mean, you're talking, if this was going to play out on the weekly, we're talking like 69 to 75 cents, like minimum. Okay. That seems maybe trivial, me just saying that, right? Really easy to say that, but that is insane. That's like, oh, okay, storage 74 to 91% upside unlevered down here. If it's gonna play out, that's incredible. That's what you're looking for. So the probability is higher than 50% that we're going to those levels eventually, because the daily and weekly are both implying it. Nice. Okay, good day today, whatever. May not last, of course. Bitcoin Cash was up, whatever. They're really trying here, man. And this is like, price action, right? Price action, higher, low. Oh, this is a low, and you're below support resistance, but they recaptured, they reconfirmed it. Then they really reconfirmed it with a second low that rivaled the first low here. And then, oh my God, like somehow, some way on the second low, there's hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. So it increases your probability of higher prices. It does not ensure it, but either way, right, you have an edge that implies higher prices. But the good news is, if say it failed, you take on such a minimal loss. And that's what I try to teach here. That's what real TA is. It's not, hey man, on Bitcoin on the monthly, is it cut with Hendelman? Like, dude, that's not like, yeah, dude, cut with Hendel on monthly on Bitcoin. Sure, dude. Yeah. Cool. Cup with Hendelman? How about like daily time scales, 4-hour, favorable price action correlation to levels that represent their signatures? We are witnessing the signature of the buyers and the sellers. The buyers are trying to show us a signature that they are confirming that a level from history is support again. After forms of confirmation, you normally get more substantial rallies. Jami, yeah, we actually literally looked at MicroStrategy first, and I know a meme about that sometimes, but we did, because it's like, look at the friggin' thumbnail, dude. It's Michael Saylor as Neo with 2 orange pills. Hype in the chat. EJ Matt gets it. Ms. Leash, thank you. Stop talking about yourself. Mustafa, what's up, dude? Just saying. What's up? It's Batson, of course. Crypto Cockatoo. What's up? I'm not that guy. Element OP. Alright, pretty dead chat today, but yeah, typical. Big shout out to some members that renewed their membership to the Patreon/Citadel. I really appreciate it. This is a 100% crowdsourced community and stream. Never accepted a dime from YouTube. By monetization's off every single stream. I have to select, do I want it on? I can't go live without selecting on or off. Every single time before I go live, I hit the off button. Okay, so you're not watching ads. I'm playing copyright music. No affiliate marketing links, all that stuff, right? So big shout out to Zill Farmer. Thank you so much for the 10 months continued support. I really appreciate that. Bitcoin Tech, thank you also for the 10 months continued support. Patreon/Citadel. Subchak, thank you for the 8 months continued support. Crypto Clan, thank you for the tier 1, 23 months. Really appreciate that in the Discord, tier 1. Thank y'all. Your trade setup, education, access to premium Discord. You're supporting not just me, but the team. Really important. Supporting the team that makes this all run behind the scenes. Unsung heroes. So, okay. And that's like kind of, man, there's just not much else, dude. Like everything else kind of crap. ONT was also good looking. Like, it's like, oh my God, is this real? It's potentially real. They're potentially on the third valley. Dude, on the third valley, you got the hidden bullish divergence. That's the Wombo combo, man. Gosh dang, dude, you got like hidden divergence on the oscillators. I mean, you went on a boom and bust, right? The cycle concluded. The sell-off was scary, but look what they did, man. The sellers were not able to break the key support that they've never been able to break in the history of ontology. So this time was no different in August. We got a rally, and then we got a really nice test at the top of that zone, and then we got another rally, a test of resistance, and they sell it off, and all of a sudden, that predictable, recognizable structural development occurred. What? The three rising valleys, potential. Confirmation line to confirm this pattern as real would be 21 cents. And when you break, or if you break that level, massive upside, 30 plus cents on deck. Very interesting. This is what I'm saying. Like, how can Bitcoin dump with altcoins showing such incredible setups that are implying higher prices are impending on daily? Daily, it's there. I'm showing you that it's impending continuation to upside. Rule of three. How do they play out though without Bitcoin mooning? So it's like you got to feel, hopefully in the deepest part of your heart, like okay about Bitcoin. Yeah, so some S coins, man. We had some bad ones too. Good God. Yeah, VeChain was down 2.2%. Like, what are you gonna do, man? But is it the daily as much as it is the weekly? It's the weekly. Yeah, unfortunately, you still just got the argument here. Look at this, man. You got to be patient. Gotta be patient on these. You can't make money because these structures are so large. It took so long for them to develop that you just gotta understand a year large bullish bat pattern by the book, and it just happened to complete at levels where, oh wow, look at this time where they broke it, they back tested it, and then it went to all-time highs. I mean, you just gotta have a little faith. Now below 1.9 cents, maybe 1.7 cents, 1.8 cents, the argument starts becoming invalid, and that could happen, okay? Could. Same stuff with GRT. It's like, man, you got the M shape, but dang, they couldn't break the level, and now they've just regarded the resistance from history as resistance again, so it may not be very good. Like, that's actually really bad data so far this week. It's awful. Gosh dang, man, that's like Bitcoin testing 63,588 as resistance. But everything's good until you start falling below 12.2 cents. So there's still downside, but it's all good. Look, the Momo is getting real close to going positive again. At least we know the momentum has reset on a lot of these altcoins. So big moves coming, whether it's we're about to collapse or we're about to go ham. And the good news is with reset, we're seeing the reset of the oscillators, the reset of the momentum. So yeah, anytime that happens on any given day, okay, resolution's coming with big markdown or markup. The good news is with the momentum completely reset, we are staring into the face of a bullish Gartley 886 pattern on one low, the second low, third low. So like, it's pretty good. Anyway, so we can move on to stocks. Be here too long. Yeah, gross price action at the resistance, but whatever. S&P 500 chat. If if you didn't know. Wow. It was the second highest daily candle close in human history today. Still above 564.97. Hype in the chat. Gotta love it. Anything above that level, we're golden, man. Below it, kind of iffy. We gotta really pay more. We gotta be paying more attention to the S&P below 565 than we do above it. Because above it, oh my God, Nvidia is about to do it, dude. It's about to take over the market. We're about to run to 160 plus. Holy crap. That's the S&P above 565. Below it, you're going to worry about Meta, dude, dark cloud cover, and then like head and shoulders on Microsoft Weekly. I mean, you got to worry about that stuff below 565. So rejoice. Nice. Dow Jones Industrial Average today. I mean, maybe kind of a bullish harami, but the wick was outside of the body of the previous candle. So is it a harami? It could be, man. No follow through. I mean, you know, you got the hanging man and shooting star valid still, right? What you would want, all right? Hey man, if I want this to go higher, what needs to happen? You need to see the buyers come in, and we need to see a candle close at all-time highs. Because if you got a candle close at all-time highs, that would ameliorate everything. That would invalidate the shooting star and hanging man potential. Okay, so you have active hanging man, shooting star until we get a candle close, I think above 42,400-ish to be safe. Still at that major gold mean ratio. Remember, bearish divergence is still very much real, right? You got it. But hey man, they run it again. We get triple bearish divergence. That happens a lot on these index funds, you know, because they're just such bullish trends. Is the Nasdaq, man. Okay, so closed below the key inflection point yesterday. What happened today? Gapped it up and ran it. Highest daily candle close since the 30th of September. Highest close of October. Hype in the chat. Look, above 17.9, I feel good about the Nasdaq. That's the line in the sand, and that's why yesterday it's like, oh boy, you're below it. So, but hey, what happens? It's not about the breakdown itself. It's about the fall through. So there was zero fall through today. You're getting real close to getting back above 60, man. Have your alert set up on the Nasdaq above 60. You hear that beep? That's a real big deal if they can really get above it. It's not just a fake out like we've seen the past two times. You could be going on a face melting rally, and that would probably be driven by Nvidia and probably Tesla, and Meta might continue. So Meta, dude, we're gonna look at these Mag 7s because it's kind of freaking insane. Okay, you had a dark cloud cover yesterday. What'd you do today? Let me knock out IWM and I'll show you. It's good for buyers. Flat, whatever. Uptrend, okay. Down 0.07%. Hype in the chat. Nothing. Okay, so Meta. Look at this, dude. This is what they do sometimes, and this is Japanese candlestick education, right? You can paint the pattern. You can paint the dark cloud cover, but it is not. It's a potential dark cloud cover until what? Follow through price action. Did you catch, chat? Did we catch follow through price action on Meta today? After the dark cloud cover, potential dark cloud cover. Did we? The answer is no. I'm not going to wait because 5 people will answer anyway. No, there was no follow through. And there was a new Japanese candlestick pattern painted. It literally is this. It is.
And then, just like that,
we have ourselves a bullish harami pattern, a potential bullish harami. You need follow through. So you still have an active potential dark cloud cover where anytime in the next few days, if we fall below 584 with a candle close, okay, it's confirmed. But when you get a candle that right after the bearish one is in itself a bullish continuation reversal, you cannot rely on the dark cloud cover. It's not. Their sun is beaming through the dark clouds right now. So again, no follow through. It's active, but it's not confirmed. It will become, right, the dark cloud cover will become completely inactive, invalid when or if the buyers can push the price and give us a daily candle close above 598. So That's how it is, man. Sometimes you no follow through of 1.39%. Your body and your wick completely contained within the previous candle, which is good. That's a good candle. Wild. Make sure to ping the peoples. Okay. Should probably tweet about it too. Yeah. So if we get a higher daily candle close tomorrow than today's close, then you have a confirmed bullish Harami, and that's like a continuation. Very nice. Okay, so I just want to get that out of the way. We looked at Nvidia. Yeah, really today it was kind of okay. It soothed my concerns a little bit. No, we're not out of the woods. I'll show you. Okay, Apple. What I'm saying, soothed concerns because you had a green candle, but it doesn't like so. I will really feel a lot better about Apple when or if the buyers are ever able to push this price back above $233. I'll feel fine. That it'll be like, okay, this high and these two highs are no longer, we're not confirming distribution from the previous high because you're pivoting above the levels. See, you're not in trouble at all on Apple until you're falling below 216. I think below 216, 198, 196 on deck fast. But you're well above it, man. So this is potential confirmation distribution. Because if they just start running this thing up and we're above 230 in the coming days or week or two, then it never was, never will be. And it was all a bad dream. Storm clouds, it was a fake hurricane, dude. Created by the deep state or something, and we nuked it with money printing, right? So, all right. It was a bad dream. 220. Oh my God. And we're 225. Okay. But 1.84% up. Tesla, maybe a bad dream. Maybe a bad dream. Technically, that's like a bullish Harami. I hope to God it is. I hope it catches follow through. I hope this is the highest low we've seen of the newly established uptrend. Like I'm thinking, my opinion is Tesla is in a confirmed uptrend. But we know all about the 886 and the W-shaped patterns, the key resistance of 260, the history of 260. So we are cautious. We understand that could be a level where they react it. We did catch a reaction, but if we're in an uptrend, we're looking for massive amounts of underperformance, meaning like, okay, moderate performance. I mean, actually decent to good performance would be if this bearish pattern that has been identified made it all the way back to 205. That would be pretty good performance for a bearish pattern, especially if we're considering it's an uptrend now, right? That's my idea is Tesla's in an uptrend. So witnessing W shape, so we're looking for underperformance. I mean, hopefully we never even fall below 232 because if we stay above 232, that is bad performance. That's pretty bad performance for a W shape like this. So optimistic. I think like this is a good long-term hold, right? Like a position trade. I think $300 if you give it enough time. You might take on a few percentage losses in the short term just because of what a run, man. Like, but this is, I think, great for the long term based on what we're witnessing, right? The price action, the data, the lows, the highs, the positive price action correlation to key levels is really good. But we'll see. Okay. Microsoft up 1.26%. Still kind of, nothing about this looks like good. Nothing. Okay, today you kind of haramied, kind of bullish inside barred. Still below the 200-day moving average. Still below 420, 430, 433. A lot of work to be done here. I hope we put in one low, the second low, third low. If they put in a third low, that'd be, I would probably go crazy. We might have a pizza party if somehow Microsoft paints us a classic accumulation structure with hidden bullish divergence. So if we get a higher low than 401 and it's a real higher low, you're going to get hidden bullish divergence at some point. and then they recapture the 200, 420 and plus, my God, it would be the craziest thing. But like I'm just saying, on the weekly, just remember how the weekly looks. Like, this is still kind of ominous, but you're not dead yet, right? It's not a real pattern, right? It's only potential, a potential Head and Shoulders, and it won't even be confirmed as a Head and Shoulders pattern until $388 breaks. So we're okay, man, for now. Pizza party. If Microsoft somehow puts in a third valley right here and it runs and invalidates all of this, I think the complete invalidation of this is going to be probably above 435 or so. Okay, nice day for now. How about Amazon up 1%? I'll feel better about Amazon. I won't feel as gross about it if or when market participants recapture $188, $189. When they do that, we're good for higher prices, but not really until then. We gotta wait.
Do you have a slush fund you'll play around with? Or is it all by the book discipline wise?
Slush fund. Could you elaborate, just saying, on slush fund? All by the book discipline wise? I mean, like, most of my trades are based on constructed trading plans. But like, for instance, I liked the way Nvda looked late last week with this like really strong close. I went back into Nvda based on what I saw, liking the price action, and you know, had a stop loss set up strategically, but it was a little off the cuff, yeah. But most of the time, I am like Baba, by the book, right? Tesla, by the book. Nvidia before, by the book. NNE by the book, right? I mean, they're just, most of them are by the book, yeah. But occasionally, here or there, I'll see something, I'll like the price action locally, and it's near an inflection point. They've recaptured a level real fast. Okay, I might take a long, yeah. But do you want to talk about slush funds? Slush funds? Google Weekly, well, Google Weekly is not great right now. You don't want it to close like this. It'd be a dark cloud cover. Potential dark cloud cover, whatever. But potentially a bullish inside bar. I know it looks ugly, but that's kind of a bullish inside bar. But again, right? It's not about what's going to happen. It's about what could happen and what we would love to happen. Where, again, they fill the gap. They back test the previous cycle top from 2021. You get probably an edge on the oscillators. It'd be nice to get something like that. We may never get it. And they could take this thing, like you want a higher low at some point to confirm that there are more than before, right? Because what's the most recent discernible event? Well, the same high as the previous high. But before that, the lowest low since the top got put in. That's a massive markdown. You had earnings, high volume on the sell-off, on the gap down. But just remember what this could turn into eventually, whether it goes to 151 or not, okay? What it could turn into is what they oftentimes turn into all the time, man. 886. Oh, look, it's our, we know this. We know the shark. Giovanni. Giorgio. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you, dude. Yeah, so no matter what happens on Google, like, it'll probably turn into a big old W shape. But if we're trying to strategize and manage our risk appropriately, the best place, the optimum place to do it would be 151 if we were so blessed to receive it. Okay, so there's your Mag 7, man. We looked at them. We got 2 minutes, 50 seconds till the daily candle close on crypto. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, the bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. Total, just hanging out at that equidistant trend line. Last time MicroStrategy was this high, Bitcoin was at 70K. Yeah. Yep, but it is a certain form of divergence, we are seeing. I got to show you this, chat. Thank you just for doing that, because watch this. I don't have it plotted here. I have it plotted in the other room, but look, MicroStrategy paired to Bitcoin. What a pairing. Who's pairing MicroStrategy to Bitcoin? Look what happened. Mega breakout. Insane breakout, dude. Let's go all the way back. Look at this level. They broke it, dude. Well, it's more like right there. A huge, insane breakout occurred today. Actually, yesterday it was confirmed, but we caught follow through today. But mother of God, I mean, like bottoming structure galore down here. Woo! Beautiful. Look how they recaptured and they confirmed the springback test. Really was artwork that the composite man was down here showing us the momentum shifted. It was beautiful. Really was. And now breaking the level. And where is the next level? There is no question about it. If we're talking overhead resistance, it's at 0.000. Just kidding, right? I don't know how it's measured. It's weird. Everything's 000 here, but you get the gist of it. It's not about the price or levels. It's just about the chart and what's occurring technically. And that's a breach. And last time this level was breached, you had to run up to the next level, which was 53%. So very interesting. Seeing some acceleration here. Gotta love this, right? Gotta love one, and then somehow, some way, they made the crazy scam wick day like that. Oh, confirmation low. That 200 moving average was tested. How crazy, right? Huh? It's kind of like on the weekly one bottom, and then this, all of this right here is the second bottom. It's like the Adam and Eve. Woo! Of the monthly probably is beautiful. Let's look at the monthly. Yeah, just you know, I'll just plot it. The V. Again, monthly time scale. Each candle here represents what? Represents 30 days or so. You gotta be kidding me, man. It's my Adam. It's my Eve. Neckline is insane. Neckline would put you right there, which is 53% upside from here. It's just interesting, you know, like it doesn't, maybe it doesn't mean anything, but hey, dude, we're just having fun. Like to me, this might as well be painting like a, you know, a picture. If you like artwork, this might as well be swinging a golf club or eating some nice food, you know, like tapas. Just, we're trying out different things. This is my hobby, man. Like, this is just kind of fun. So, all right. Thought you'd get a kick out of it. And it is a new day. You're right. Very lackluster type of day for Bitcoin. Very, very lackluster. But again, it wasn't about Bitcoin. It was about MicroStrategy. Yeah, so, unfortunately, I mean, like, it's like everything's okay, man, right? But, like, you did have a shooting star that had good context, meaning it wasn't just a random shooting star in the middle of nowhere. Okay, whatever, could be not. It was like a shooting star and rejection of 63,588, the inflection from 2021, as well as the 200 moving average. It did happen. And then today, you did close lower than the shooting stars closed yesterday, which confirmed it with price action. But again, I am optimistic for higher prices in the next 3 months until Bitcoin falls below 57.5. Because that's my line in the sand. That's how I'm navigating Bitcoin right now. That is where I decided, yep, I'm in, or I'm in it. I'm in Bitcoin above this level, and below it, I don't think I want to own it. I think I'm out below it. Okay, until we recapture it, then I'm back in, and everything's good. Because these levels from history are so real. That's just how I'm playing Bitcoin. Okay. And on the 4 hour, unfortunately, you just don't have an edge, right? Nothing is the oscillators. It would look better if Bitcoin on the 4-hour, just look above me. If you did sell off and you went and rivaled the local low, or you went lower, something like that, then your RSI would play ball. Your MACD would look good for bullish divergence argument. You would start having an edge on a not very significant time scale, but so far you don't have an edge at all on Bitcoin anywhere. So that's what you'd want if you wanted some seller exhaustion to come in and imply impending price action reversal. You just don't have it yet. So, okay. Sorry, I screwed up your Bitcoin party chat. Euler, okay, music set stopped. That's where we are. 50 Shades of Gross. Price action right here, but you're not dead till 57.5 breaks. I mean, so much downside and everything's fine. Just pray for the HBO documentary to do something, man. All right, gold finally, rightfully pulling back some. That closed down 0.78% yesterday. It's a new day now. Any more downsides, completely normal and fine. I mean, I don't think you have a true discernible swing low, and like the previous discernible swing low for real is probably 2380. Someone could try to put an argument in that it's like 2473. I could see that 2473. That means like gold could dump could go to $2,500 from here and still be putting in the highest low in the history of gold. So you just got to think about it like that. It's extreme premium. There's no edge. There's no structure. You're in impulse mode, so you're asking to get wrecked longing now. You're at the slot machine, just hoping to God that you hit today on gold. But yeah, 2,500 back tested again would be good. But look at the volume. Wow, look at that. Volume came in on gold today. At least on the XAU. Bro, this is real life. Did anyone else realize this happened today? Gold on the sell-off today had the highest level of volume since June 10th of 2022. So we're talking multi-year highs on volume on the sell-off. Interesting. What could that mean? I'm not sure. Dan, you read my mind. I remember that scene in Forrest Gump when he was talking about the Bitcoin party. That gold, silver, couldn't break that level, man. Couldn't break the 31. Yeah, see, that 32.50. Bearish and Golden candle got some nasty follow through yesterday, and that's it. You just can't do it. So, hey, the good news is, as long as we put in a higher low than 27.77, it'll be the highest low of the uptrend, and all will be well. But just at the beginning of this new month, not so great. Monthly's great, weekly's good. Just it follows gold. It's how it goes. So gross. Was down 3.2%. Traded like a little bit like an S coin yesterday and the day before. But that's what I'm talking about with Japanese candlestick patterns, right? You identify them. Oh, okay. So we have a bearish and golden candle occurring at a level overhead resistance. Got it. So good context of the Japanese candlestick reversal being identified. Okay, it's there. It closed on the day. All right, confirmed bearish and golden candle at good context area to identify bearish and golden candles. We had a run, right? A rally that extended on. Okay, so, but it's not about the candle closing. It's about the follow through. You got the follow through. So very, very real bearish and golden candle follow through, and you could continue seeing lower prices. But again, as long as you see the buyers come in and pivot the price of silver above 27.69, it'll be the highest low of the rally. The highest low of the uptrend you've been in for a while, long time. Okay. Yeah, U.S. oil. Good. Did you think that the trend was your friend yet, chat? This is bear market behavior. I mean, this does require Jesus chimes, because that's brilliant. That's beautiful. Look what they did, man. This is why my alert was set up where it was, because if I heard that alert, which I never heard the alert, I knew we would be breaking a key level like you would be too if you set it up there. But they didn't. All they did yesterday was rally the price to that level. Ah, yes, it is still resistance. There is FAR. I mean, my God, there is, who knows what they saw on the order book. So much supply. I'm done. I'm done. Do what you want. Pull the plug. That guy showed up on US oil today, completely covered that previous impulse candle. So a bearish engulfing candle was confirmed on the daily, and at the same time as the bearish engulfing candle being confirmed, you bearishly back tested a key level from history as resistance again and closed below the entire inflection zone. That is, and really, if you want to be candid here, pretty much the lowest high of entire downtrend now. Like downtrend, lower high, here's your low, here's your lower high, here's your same low, lower high, lower low. Okay, higher low, but then the lower high, and it rivals this one. It's the same. That means even if it's the same high as the previous high, it's still confirming the lowest low for now. So that's the most disgusting, ugly candle of the day for any asset we've looked at, just because of everything I just said. Wow. And oh my God, without even saying, the 200-day simple moving average also rejected. You didn't get a close above the 200 yesterday. You opened at that level, and there was just a little bit of price action above it, and it was just completely rejected. That's wild, man. That's disgusting. That is, yeah. I'd be done pulling the plug too on US oil after today's candle. That's gross, man. Okay, well, no requests today, chat. So
I know you're a very good trader/teacher. What is the biggest hole in your game? Something that maybe we can take a lesson from? Respectfully.
Probably options. Like, I would like to maybe get better at option trading, get more familiar with it. And I'm talking like it's like there's a lot, you can get really complex in it. Like the world of technical analysis, I'm pretty sure the world of options, it is just as complex as the world of TA itself. So I execute, when I do options, I execute just standard calls and puts, right? I'm not doing anything fancy. Maybe what I could learn is how to better approach the options game. If you're asking, I'm just being candid. So yeah, that for me would be utilizing options to hedge better or to iron condor, you know, just to learn them and be better. But I talked to some, when I was like literally on Wall Street, like talking to people at these trading terminals, my eyes almost glazed over because of the sheer complexity of options. And I just couldn't believe it. Like, it was like, hey, if you come into this stream and you don't know anything about TA, and I'm talking, you're just going to be like, okay. That's the way I was with these masters in trading terminals on Wall Street talk about options. I was blown away. So, yeah, that's probably, I think, where I should, will, you know, broaden my horizons, I guess. Pro shares ultra short oil. Oh my God. I just don't know, man. You say a trade setup on oil. You said SCO. You talking about this?
Gentlemen in the mix.
Shorting oil. I don't know. I'd probably just rather be long Nvidia, you know, like, hey, my finite money, am I trying to get fancy and short oil, a commodity that, like, oh my God, it's like 2 a.m. and someone in Saudi Arabia, you know, has a heart attack. Oh my God. And then the oil pumps 10% in it. Like, good God. Commodity, I just probably want to play an equity that's in a long-term uptrend over shorting oil. Just, it's not my world, you know, like there are oil traders. I mean, there are people that all they do is just trade oil. That's their thing. So I don't know. Like, I just look at this and I would probably just rather find something else, you know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, 18. That's kind of far off the inflection point, right? If I just worry about those catalysts happening when, because this market's like, 24.5 or whatever, right? It's like almost crypto. So like, what happens if like oil pumps? You know, we just get a bamboozle candle, and then you're below $16 by open, and then you had a stop loss marginally below it, but it's like way lower, and it's like you get a running stop. Yeah, I guess that could be the case for equities, but like, I think the probability is higher that oil would be doing something stupid like that. Yeah, Mr. Magoo, looking back, yeah, crazy. Or the Dow Jones or anything, really. I know, like, freaking Webby did that. Webby, like, took leaps back at the COVID crash. Anyway, meh. I don't really like it. It's a terrible trend, right? I mean, all it does is lose. That's like crashed, and here are lower highs, and then here's your lowest high, and here's actually, you know, an 886 lower high again. But like, the thing is, like, what's beautiful about traditional technical analysis is you don't need me to sign off. You know, as long as you have a 3-to-1 reward to risk, you strategize your stop loss, your entries. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it can't play out. That's the thing, like, because we're not trying to make calls here. It's just all about the framework, all about that framework, man. So I think if you have your own plan, you obviously know it, you know the framework. As long as you're doing that, abide by those principles, have no expectations, you can certainly make money on that, you know? Levered short, okay, so there's definitely like decay on it and stuff, yeah. Why not NVDL, bro? Till January. Cap up. Yeah, so, gosh, I didn't even look at this one today on Bitcoin because we started with MicroStrategy, but like, you know, like, I'm not gonna be able, like, I'm gonna stay optimistic, chat, okay, on Bitcoin. I love the altcoin setups on the weeklies, you know, they can be a little better. Like, come on, let's get some price action positive, right? I'm gonna stay optimistic on Bitcoin until we fall below 57.5, okay? But I'm just not that excited about Bitcoin for real until we're breaking 64.9. But really, 67K, I'm gonna start the party. I'm gonna start handing out slices of pizza to y'all.
Mitch, please look at Sats. Bought and sold way back and looking to start buying again. What do you see, THX?
Can we get Paula Webb to sit in for a stream? Ha.
Yeah, from what I got from her, she's not really big on the live stuff. But yeah, I could maybe try to reach out and see. The only way I got access to her is because of Scott, because Scott knew, he actually knew Mark Douglas had a relationship with him and kind of knew Paula. So for me, I was like a third party to them. So it's like, hey, could you ask someone you don't actually know to come on stream? That it might be very well out of her element, you know. I could try. Sure. Yeah, so again, above 64.9, I am a happy man, because when you're breaking 64.9 on Bitcoin, it is doing so many things. recapturing the 200 simple moving average, recapturing the key level from history. What was it? Oh, it was the former all-time high from April of 2021. And then you're pretty much making a higher high, you know? So, in breaking the supply line of the downtrend. It's like 4 different things happening if you're breaking 64.9 to 67K. So you can stay optimistic until 57.5 is broken, then it's really bad. Like, that's the worst. Oh my God, dude. We're probably screwed for a while. You'll probably go on to 50K again. But man, if they hold it in, like, even if we get down the level, let's get a successful test and hold it. It could be a re-entry level. But if we never see it again, that means we are going to 64.9 for another test. I think if we see a real test of 64.9, the supply line again, we'll probably break it. Because again, we're potentially putting in a higher low. And I say potential. It will be a confirmed higher low when they push the price up to 66.4, when we are rivaling or breaking the previous discernible high, which is a higher high than the previous high, which is good. Because you got here's your lower high than the previous high. Your lower low than the previous low, same low. Then your lower high in the previous high, but then your higher low in the previous low, but then your higher high in the previous high, then your higher low in the previous low. Whoa, we're starting to trend now. Give me a higher high, and then we're like consecutively doing the thing, and that's when seasonality, Bitcoin, election year stuff starts really kicking in, 69K, and all-time highs after that. So again, just the last words to say. 60K, you're in. You're in on Bitcoin, unfortunately, since mid-September. Virtually, you're up, but by like 2K, who cares? You're pretty much at entry, unfortunately, right? But the reason why was the bullish back test of that level. Okay. So that's the trading plan. You have a trading plan. 60K is the entry level, and the stop loss is just below 57.5, but your targets are like 70K. 80K, 99K, like you have insane upside targets with this trading plan. So that's it, man. So though it sucks right now, that, oh my God, we can't break the level and we're up thrusting, and oh God, the 200 moving average and the shooting star, it's gross, man, but it's a active bullish trade setup on Bitcoin. Again, 60K, as close as 60K to possible for the entry, stop loss below 57.5, and then targets are way higher. And we don't know it's going to play out at all. We have no idea. We're just trying to play the seasonality with 3-to-1. And that's it. You just got to be optimistic. Understand it sucks lately and locally, but you just got to let the plan play out. Let the plan fail, dude. Just, oh God, I lost a few K. But dude, if the trade would have played out, I would have won thousands and thousands of dollars. I would have won $9,000 to $3,000, right? Minimum. So I'm talking about owning one Bitcoin, if I was making the example. Okay, so we're okay. We're just floating on, modest mouse. Weather's fine down here in Miami. We won't be catching anything, dude. So very lucky, fortunate here. But the storm did shift southerly just a little bit, so landfall is not going to be in Tampa Bay. It looks like it's going to be in Sarasota. And the good news is that the hurricane will begin to start weakening in the next 12 hours because of the wind shear of the jet stream. So, and then by landfall, it will not be near as bad as it is right now. It is beautiful, a specimen. It'd be like a weekly harmonic with a type 2 return with bullish divergence on both oscillators, and it's all happening at historical levels from history. All right, think about the hurricane right now as it stands. Looks like Alibaba before it blew up. The bullish Gartley, 3 rising valleys. That's the way this hurricane looks right now. But again, it's going to start weakening in the next 12 hours. Landfall category 3. They're projecting, so. And there's Mesogamma. He gets it, man. All right, Joe. Good luck. I hope it, dude. I hope Microsoft. Dude, I want a pizza party too, man. So, yeah, I'm just digging Nvda. All right. So thanks for coming out. Hit that like button, that bell, that sub on the way out. Prayers for Florida. Till next time, respect the T. Hey.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Hey Mitch, what's your thought about prop firms such as Top Step and Apex? Have you ever tried them?
I wish y'all
0.008197070ETH.
I eat dinner after this stream every time, and it's already 8:30 Eastern every time I'm into my stream. So it's like we go an entire hour, 0 requests, 0. And then it's like, hey, I'm ending the stream. Requests come in. Why? Like, why can't you just tip like the same thing and we'll get into it like 45 minutes into stream instead of like, well, dang, now I forgot. Yeah, now I gotta. So thank you. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just like, right? It's interesting. Well, I mean, it just kind of blew up, right? I mean, here's your weekly on Echo Star on Sats. This is their request, right? You bought and sold way back, looking to buy again. I mean, bullish Arami today, but bearish and golden candle yesterday. How do we, let's look at our levels. Let's say that's a big level. Peak, peak, valley, valley. Valley, peak. Oh, look at that piercing line reversal at support. The closer you are to 1653, 1784, the better. I do like the 200-day moving average was recaptured. You probably have a golden cross that happened or is happening soon. Not yet. I guess, dang, it's so slow. But you're at 50 moving average starting to upslope now. Nice. 200 moving average starting to turn around too. For the first time in years, dude, like 4 years. Yeah, I mean, that was a really nice impulse. And that the crappy thing about it is it kind of makes it a lot harder to construct a plan. You can clearly see the levels. See, you're in the middle of 2 levels now, so it's really, really tough. Because you're always trying to buy as close to the bottom as you can, and you're so far off of it now, it just makes it harder. If you're gonna go by the book and gonna go by the plan, you're gonna go by proper optimum risk management. Managing your risk here is a lot harder. So if we got a sell off close to the 220 bucks, 1784, the better. The closer you are to that level, the easier it is to set up stop losses to protect you strategically with maximum upside. Because right now, what happens? You only from here now, let's say best case scenario, it keeps going. You only have 22% to 32% upside. But if you were buying as close to this 1784 level as possible, your upside potential becomes 70%, 71 to 75%. So 22% compared to 70+%. That's the difference in buying close to inflection points. So 70% upside potential, and I'm able to strategize a stop loss, right? So it's harder here. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then Crypto Plumber wanted prop firms, Top Step. What are we talking about? Top Step, Apex. Are these just, you're just talking about? Looks like that's not real. These are real. They're just not. I have not Crypto Plumber. The answer is no. I don't know enough about them either to even comment. So I do appreciate the contribution though. Thank you, man. I had another extremely hard workout today. I can conclude it with a weekly on Bitcoin. Here it is. I mean, that's not pretty, right? But it's okay, right? See, that's the thing. If you have a plan, which we already weeks ago discussed the plan, and I just discussed it before I ended the stream or whatever. which 60K is the entry-ish level, 57.5 is the cutoff level, and the upside's max. The upside's 100K. Like, I mean, $70,000 to $100,000 are your targets. So it sucks to see this bearish golden candle last week at key resistance, and then you're formally back testing it kind of as resistance and rolling over. It's not great, but you have to go with the plan. Stick with the plan. We're not screwed till 57.5 is breached, okay? That's the way I'm looking at it, okay? Like, I'm not giving up on Bitcoin and its seasonality, it's Q4, election year, post-halving year. I'm not giving up on that until we fall below 57.5. And then we have to catch follow-through below it. Like, really. So, you're okay, man. We're okay. Until we're not. Okay? So, keep faith. Understand Bitcoin is mathematics. And just about the only thing that makes sense in this world now is mathematics. And the beauty is it's algorithmic, so it can't be manipulated. Oh, my core math, dude. No, it's real math. It's finite supply in a world of money printing, currency debasement, and fraud, and government overreach. This is the answer to all of it. It's always been the answer. It just sucks that consolidation phases like this are just gut-wrenching for all of us because we really care about this asset. It's more than what it's worth, right? To me, you can't put a price on something like Bitcoin. It's one of the greatest inventions man has ever made, okay? We're going to find out who made it, Kappa. We're not going to find it. Like, HBO, man, right? Just keep faith. We're able, just be blessed. I mean, understand we are blessed to be able to long at 60K after 7 months of down, up, down, lower highs, lower lows, after a 354% run. So keep faith. We got the plan. Stick to the plan. If the plan succeeds, right? If we don't get stopped out below 57.5, we are going to 100K. That's it. It's that simple. And we don't expect anything. All we expect is that our stop loss will get triggered eventually, or we'll be at 100K. Very easy. God bless. Till next time, respect the TA. Again.
Uh-huh.